Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Bring it up!
Right here.
180!
Mike 51.
Hey, I'm coming.
Check 9, check. Alert! Real. Alert! Watch out!
First down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Swift, and he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Palmer now. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
4 down. Alert.
Watch the edge.
Go.
Now Palmer. He's got it to Ingram, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
Jalen Hurd,
There you go.
his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. Watch the backfield.
Check. Regular.
Hatch it. Slam, slam, slam. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a give right side. Peyton looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down.
Here we go again.
On 3rd down, Peyton, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they've...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Bengals' 22-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Get in the weight room.
Hurry! Shift!
Safe.
Pistol.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa.
Regular.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 6 guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Here we go. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. You're trash.
54's Mike. 50. Hey, exit. Check. Watch 54. On the ball.
Let's get that ball.
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Ready.
54. Mike's 54.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing now. Palmer on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Mike's 5-4.
Yes.
Day. That's gonna be a.
Now Palmer to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Touchdown, baby.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get him one closer. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Set. 180.
Mike, 51. Come on, D. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Come on.
Hurry.
51.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Come on now.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st down, Swift. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
3 down. Odd.
Look at me. Zipper. Shoot.
On 2nd down, Palmer. This one into the hands of Hurd. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check. 3 down.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Sponge. No. Shift.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down, Peyton.
Watch out.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Safety's creeping.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Watch the twist.
Hurry.
Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Check.
Room here to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 10-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Whip.
On first down, Peyton, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, here's Palmer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. Hey, orbit.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike. Mike.
Now Palmer on first down. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. That'll bring up second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Move. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Go, Leaf River.
Again, it's Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Run.
Alert 3.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hurry, hurry.
Slam, slam.
Watch the safety creep. Kings, Kings, Kings. That's it.
Mayfield looks to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
Intercepted by the Bengals. His guys take over.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Here we
and
go.
now we'll
Here
get
we
a late
go.
timeout
Here we go.
as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Tight end's right. Hey.
6-6. Pull it high.
4 down.
Jam him. Let's go. Jam.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Got it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Go. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Shoot.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Bravo.
Out of the gun, Palmer. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end
right.
3 down. 3 down. Ready.
To throw is Palmer. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Palmer taking a shot for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Curtis Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down now, Peyton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Set. 180.
Mike 51. Hey, watch the slap.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That's it, huh?
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Hurry! Calm the crowd.
It's coming this way. Here we go.
Run.
Here we go. 51's to Mike. 51.
From the gun, Mayfield.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Check.
Real.
Check.
Hey. High 7.
Mike 27. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Let's go.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
On the set.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Check. Hey, wahoo! Hey!
Here's Palmer to throw. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Out. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On first down, Peyton. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Squeeze, double.
SOS.
Regular.
SOS.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run on first down. Peyton, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Mayfield now from the 50. They set up the screen to Peyton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hurry. Point it right.
51's the mic.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back, and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, let's calm down. Alert.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number one cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game.
Right here.
Big reason why they're down.
51.
Now Mayfield. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bengals on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Alpha.
54, right there. 50.
Now.
Throwing is Palmer. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
At the 49-yard line.
Set. 180.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got three down.
Hurry. Regular.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
5-4.
Here we go. Hey, Zoo. Hey.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Check.
On first down, it's Palmer. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now it's Palmer. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Palmer apparently wants to throw it to the right side, and he's got more complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got 3.
Palmer will throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Go. 10 too slow. Watch twist. Yeah.
Palmer now to throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it'll be a 500 start as the